Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video, you're going to learn about karma. This is going to be helpful if you're really wanting to really understand what karma is and how to apply it to your life. So, most of the time, people talk about karma using phrases like what goes around comes around, or you reap what you sow. And yeah, those phrases actually are spot on. Those are talking about karma. It's speaking in a bigger kind of cosmic way, in a macro sense, about how your actions have results. And in a way, it's kind of mysterious because we can't see exactly what are the step-by-step processes that are happening that lead to you reaping what you've sown. For example, people commonly talk about karma in the sense of, well, if you do lots of good deeds, then you'll get some reward later on in your life, or maybe after you die, you'll go to heaven or something like that. And the flip side, if you do lots of bad deeds and you're really selfish and you hurt people and you steal or something like that, then you're going to get some negative results later on in your life, or maybe in the afterlife. Now, this is all speculation, and really it just depends on your own spiritual beliefs and your own theological tradition, or what conclusions you want to come to. But in terms of understanding karma, there is a more subtle and maybe more practical way to understand what karma is. So beyond this big cosmic understanding of karma, there's a smaller, maybe micro understanding. Karma itself, that word, comes from the Sanskrit language. Now, Sanskrit is an ancient Indian language, and in the language, the word itself means action. Karma means action. And in a holistic sense, karma really means your intention, which then produces your thoughts, speech, and physical behavior, which then have an effect. So it's your intention, your action, and the effect. Another way of understanding it is that karma is the law of cause and effect. In physics, they talk about how every action has an equal and opposite reaction. That is also karma. It might not be karma in the sense that people popularly talk about it, but it is, in the very basic foundational sense, the law of cause and effect. So how can this be applied to your life, and how can you get some benefit from understanding it in this more nuanced way? Specifically in the realm of your own self-expression, your own habitual thinking patterns, the way that you speak to yourself, the way you speak to other people, and the way that you relate to people and situations through your physical behavior. Most, if not all, of the ways that we think, speak, and act are fueled by past momentum. The momentum that your life has had in the past dictates the way that you manifest your future. And regardless of whether or not you believe in that, you can observe clearly that what you were thinking yesterday, often you wake up thinking today. And if you're in the process of trying to change your negative thinking, your limiting beliefs, your sense of low self-esteem or fear of change, you'll notice that a lot of it is rooted in your childhood experiences or in repetitive experiences that you've had. And with those experiences comes a thought pattern, the story that your mind is narrating about what you're going through, and then the way that you speak and act. So karma is really just your own intention, your own action, your own speech, your own thoughts, and the ways that the past patterns repeat themselves over and over and over and over. Now, what you want to do with this information is realize that The habitual ways of being are one thing, but you can take those same ways of being and make them intentional. Not that everything in your life then has to be an intentional, kind of pre-constructed decision before you do it. That's kind of lacking in spontaneity and fun. But you can take, for example, your thought patterns. Once you become aware of the habitual nature of them, you can decide which of these patterns are useful, which of these patterns are producing the results that I want in terms of reaping what you sow, right? Which of these thought seeds that I'm sowing are producing the fruit that I'm reaping that actually is beneficial to my life and taking me in the direction I want to go, and which ones are not. And at that point, once you have some clarity about that, you can decide, all right, well, now I'm going to intentionally think in this way. Now I'm going to intentionally speak and behave in this way. This is where you are taking your karma into your own hands and you're directing the flow of that energy. It's no longer habitual thought patterns or habitual ways of relating, and now it's more intentional, right? And again, it's not that you're completely letting go of spontaneity and making everything a plan, pre-planned kind of thing, but it's more bringing into balance the energy of your thoughts, your speech, and your behavior. So, in the macro sense, karma is the way your present behaviors are leading to your future outcome. In a micro sense, it's the way that your present thought patterns and behaviors are leading to the next moment of your life, right? In either case, it's simply the law of cause and effect. And there's so much that we can add on to that. And there's so much nuance and detail that we could go into around it. But to keep it simple, if you understand karma as the law of cause and effect, you'll start to see different ways that you can take this life force energy, momentum from the past that's moving into the future, and you can start to orient it towards creating the life that you actually want. All right, I hope that was helpful. If so, let me know in the comments if you have any question or if you want to share your own experience around karma and taking the reins of this energy that's moving from the past into the future. And I'll be glad to hear. All right, see you next time.